Hello everyone, this is my first video on this YouTube channel. If you liked the video, please comment and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's enjoy the movie. The movie commences in Greece, where the sophisticated British secret agent Aubrey Argylle, portrayed by Henry Cavill, prepares to approach his target, a terrorist named Lagrange, played by Dua Lipa. Following a brief dance encounter, Lagrange orders her assassins to draw their weapons on Argylle. He contacts his partner Kira, depicted by Ariana DeBose, who utilizes her technological skills to find an escape route for Argylle. Lagrange then confronts Argylle and Kira outside, firing at them and injuring Kira. As Argylle attempts to save her, he reaches out to his other associate, Wyatt, portrayed by John Cena, to apprehend Lagrange before she flees. Wyatt successfully captures her, leading to Argylle and Wyatt interrogating Lagrange to uncover her employer, who turns out to be Fowler, portrayed by Richard E. Grant, the same director who employed Argylle and Wyatt. Before she can be detained, Lagrange poisons herself, leaving Argylle questioning whom he can truly trust. The narrative transitions to a book reading event hosted by Ellie Conway, played by Bryce Dallas Howard, the author of the Argylle book series, from which the character originates. The scene depicted is from the final chapter of the fourth book in the series. After interacting with the audience, Ellie retreats to her private cabin with her pet cat Alfie to commence writing the fifth book. She spends the evening composing the manuscript, believing she has completed it before retiring for the night. Upon awakening, Ellie receives feedback from her mother Ruth, portrayed by Catherine O'Hara, who spent the night reading the manuscript Ellie sent her. Ruth praises the book but criticizes the ending, labeling it a cop-out. Ellie endeavors to write an alternative conclusion to provide better closure for the book. Despite envisioning various scenarios to improve Argylle's fate, she struggles to find inspiration. Ellie decides to travel to Chicago with Alfie by train after Ruth offers to assist her in finishing the book. On the train, she encounters a man named Aidan Wilde, depicted by Sam Rockwell, who initially pretends to be a fan before warning her about individuals targeting her on board. Shortly after, an assailant disguised as a fan brandishes a knife, prompting Aidan to intervene and engage in combat with the attackers while Ellie attempts to conceal herself. Recognizing one of the assailants as Carlos, portrayed by Tomas Paredes, whom she had encountered at the book reading, Ellie witnesses Aidan's swift actions as he guides her to safety, eventually parachuting out of the train with her and Alfie, as she loses consciousness midair. Upon regaining consciousness, Ellie finds herself in a cabin with Aidan, who has altered his appearance and reveals crucial information about the sinister organization known as the Division, led by director Ritter, portrayed by Bryan Cranston. The Division believes that Ellie's novels predict events relevant to their operations and are awaiting the completion of her fifth book, which they have already read. Aidan explains that the character of Wyatt is based on himself, while Kira was a real individual who tragically perished. Aidan persuades Ellie to begin writing the next chapter of the book in order to gain insight into locating an informant named Bakunin, portrayed by Stanley Morgan, who possesses the master files sought by the Division. Meanwhile, Ritter and his operatives monitor Ellie's progress by intercepting recordings made by fans. The duo traces Bakunin's whereabouts to an apartment, discovering a hidden compartment containing valuable information left behind by Bakunin. As Division assassins close in on them, Ellie and Aidan find refuge under the floorboards before engaging in combat to fend off their attackers. Evading further pursuit, they make their escape to the rooftop and leap onto a dumpster below. Aidan takes Ellie to his residence in London for safety, where she overhears him conversing with his employer in the bathroom. Alarmed by Aidan's remarks suggesting harm towards her, Ellie flees with Alfie and contacts Ruth to arrange her journey to Chicago. Upon arrival, Ellie reunites with Ruth before her supposed father, who is revealed to be Ritter. Ritter begins searching through Ellie's belongings until Aidan arrives, disclosing the true identities of Ritter and Ruth, whose real name is Margaret Vogler. A tense confrontation ensues, during which Ruth turns on Ellie, only to be incapacitated by Aidan, who then subdues Ritter and escorts a shaken Ellie to safety, regrettably leaving Alfie behind. Aidan accompanies Ellie to meet his employer, Alfred "Alfie" Solomon, portrayed by Samuel L. Jackson, who unveils a shocking revelation: Ellie herself is the real Agent Argylle, and her books are not predictions but memories of her past life as a spy named Rachel Kill, Agent Art Kill. Ritter and Vogler intercepted Rachel before Aidan could reach her, assuming the roles of her parents and manipulating her into believing she was an aspiring writer. Their motive was to exploit her writings to locate the master file. Initially bewildered by the revelation, Ellie engages in combat with Aiden, drawing upon her latent skills from her previous life to overpower him. Solomon informs Ellie and Aiden that the master file is in the possession of a division associate named Saba al-Badr, also known as the Keeper, portrayed by Sofia Boutella. The pair travels to Arabia, where Ellie must embrace her former identity as Rachel. While awaiting an audience with Saba at her compound, Aiden reminisces about their past romance and shares a dance with Ellie. Subsequently, Saba grants Ellie the master file, believing her to be Rachel. However, the division tracks down Ellie and Aiden, capturing them and transporting them aboard their vessel. Ellie discovers that she herself was an asset of the division, with a flashback revealing her involvement in Bakunan's demise and subsequent memory loss caused by the explosion. In a desperate bid to survive, Ellie shoots Aiden, feigning allegiance to the division. She must also pretend indifference towards Alfie, who remains in Ritter's custody. Aiden manages to break free and eliminates their captors before aiding Ellie. Ellie experiences a final hallucination of Argyle, realizing that she possesses the skills necessary to confront her adversaries. She engages in combat with Carlos and his cohorts, utilizing her surroundings to gain an advantage. Ellie recalls memories of ice skating, utilizing makeshift blades to dispatch the assailants before confronting Carlos directly, ultimately defeating him. Together, Ellie and Aiden vanquish the remaining villains aboard the ship, culminating in a confrontation with Ritter. Alfie intervenes, allowing Aiden to eliminate Ritter and complete the file upload using an alternative method. As they initiate the file transfer to Solomon, Vogler reappears with a mind-controlling device, compelling Ellie to attack Aiden. Aiden reluctantly defends himself, nearly succumbing until a masked figure intervenes, incapacitating Vogler and breaking the mind control. The masked individual is revealed to be Kira, who survived her gunshot wound and aided Ellie by suggesting a strategy for her survival. The trio, Ellie, Aiden, and Kira, along with Alfie, successfully send the remaining master file to Solomon before making their escape as the ship detonates, eliminating Vogler and any remaining threats. With the ordeal behind them, Ellie and Aiden share a long-awaited kiss, their bond strengthened by their shared experiences and newfound clarity. Returning to her role as an author, Ellie completes the 5th book, granting Argyle the satisfying conclusion he deserves. She resumes her book tour, facing eager fans and inquiries about the characters' futures. Ellie playfully hints at the characters' post-story adventures, revealing that Solomon received accolades from the CIA for exposing the division, while Kira pursued a promising career in technology. As for Ellie and Aiden, they appear to be together, their partnership extending beyond the pages of Ellie's novels. Amidst the applause and excitement of her readers, Ellie is caught off guard by the presence of a fan who bears a striking resemblance to her imagined version of Argyle.